the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 54. Then Yahweh turned to the crowd and said, when ye see clouds beginning to form in the west, you say, here comes a shower, and you are right. When the south wind blows, you say, today will be a scorcher, and it is. You fools, you know how to interpret the weather signs of the earth and sky, but you don't know how to interpret the present time. First and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakwadash, double underside teachers, the apostles and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, and that's Jake, man. Jake is a fool because Jake, it takes a certain level of wisdom for you to look up in the sky and can tell when the weather's about to break, when it's about to rain, when it's about to snow, when it's going to be hot, when it's going to be cold. That takes a certain level of wisdom, especially in those times where meteorologists wasn't around. They ain't had that type of technology, man, that you can see a hurricane forming out in the Atlantic, But yet, Jake got all this understanding on how to interpret. Jake got the understanding on how to make parlay bets. You'll hear Jake, nigga, I'm a psychic, But when it comes to interpreting the present times, when it comes to you discerning the time and season you living in as of today, you have no understanding about what's taking place here in the earth. These niggas have no understanding about the Lord is about to return, and the signs that's showing in the earth is everything that the Lord warned you of, man. To know that he's about to return, you see? As a matter of fact, this is Romans 13 and verse 11. It says, in that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, and how we know that the salvation of the elect, of the nation of Israel is near. Because the destruction is at the door. You're completely seeing America destruct on all levels, man. And it's ultimately going to lead this place to a destruction, man. You see? But yet, concerning that, they have no understanding of it, man. They just thinking the things that's taking place in the earth is just a bad time in life. You'll often hear niggas say it get greater later, man. You see? But yet, concerning this time, things is ultimately going to intensify for the worse, man. You see? Things is going to grow far greater than what you are experiencing. Nothing is going to die down, man. And if you have no understanding of this time and season you living in, well, ultimately you're going to be taken. You see, real quick, it was that 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the time and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. And that brethren is ultimately going into the elect. Because the elect is the only ones who's concerned with the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And we see through the time and seasons that we living in that the Lord is on his way back from the events that's taking place in the earth. Pretty much prophecy unfolded. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they should say peace and safety. Yeah, that's the separation. When they should say peace and safety, the they is the niggas who know how to interpret the sky. They know how to tell you it's about to rain. It's going to be hot. It's going to be cold. Put your snow boots on. Yeah, when they should say peace and safety, it gets greater later. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. And they shall not escape, you see? Because even when these events, come to the surface, events that pretty much shed light on our Lord's return, and you even bring that to Jake's attention, he always got a plan B. A famine coming, nigga, I know how to hunt. A famine, I grow my own food. I ain't got to go to the grocery store. But that's why the Lord tell you should not escape, because ain't none of your plan B is going to work, man. And all, you're going to need your how about Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? Because you're not going to be able to save yourself, man. But their time and season that the Lord was speaking of, you have no understanding of it, or nor can you see these things growing. Time of Jacob's trouble. When you're going to experience that ill treatment from your how about Shem Yahweh Shai for your rebellion. You don't know that's growing in the earth, man. Jake not paying attention to that. Here it is, Esau in the lab, nigga creating all these fucking AI robots, and Jake can't wait to get one. But yet not knowing that Esau he's a weapon of mass destruction, man. That's the sword of your how about Shem Yahweh Shai. He can really use those robots to get on your ass, man. But people are in that spirit of peace and safety, all lax, feet kicked up, bowl of cereal, watching cartoons, not knowing that all hell is breaking loose, man. You see, all the events that's taking place in the earth are events that the Lord warned you to look for, man. You see, real quick, Matthew 24. Start at verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when should these things be? And which should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? You see, in which the disciples was inquiring about the end of an age in which we're living in that day and age, where you're experiencing the downfall of the so-called white man Esau Edom and the collapse of America, Babylon the Great. You see? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many, in which you're seeing it at a high rate now. All these false prophets popping up with these false doctrines. You know, it says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, you see. So you hear these wars and rumors of wars, man. From Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Iran, which is the most freaking one. You know, these niggas sending missiles back and forth at each other. You know, you got China and Taiwan out there, North Korea and South Korea. You having different wars break out in Africa. You know, and soon America's going to get involved, man. America is even warning you of drafting people, man. You see? The recruit rates is down. People not wanting to go to war. You know, so they gonna force you, they gonna draft you and send you out there, man. You see? But that's just prophecy fulfilling itself. Prophecy is showing itself in the earth. And we discerning these things, we can look at the events and see, okay, oh shit, the Lord is about to return. So our prayers is pretty much based on the things that's about to come to pass in the end. The Lord tell you, think upon a wrath that should be at the end, when the Lord shall turn away his face. You see? So your prayer should be centered around you being preserved from the evils that the Lord is about to send forth here in the earth. You know, you should be praying for a job or a wife, you know what I mean? In which ain't nothing wrong with you asking for a job, because we all got to get our daily bread, you know, and the Lord, he give us all things. But when you in the sense of you need a job to, you know, to sustain your family, you want to start a family, you don't want your woman to work, so you need a good paying job. The Lord ain't going to honor that, man. You know, a good job. Hey, the fuck out of here, man. You know, the Lord is for to come deliver us from jobs, man. You know, the Lord for to come deliver us from taxes and all this shit that we suffering from here in America, man. So your prayers should be really based around it. Lord, deliver me. You know, keep me. Save me, you know. But it says you should hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things shall come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, you see? So that tells you right there, it's not going to get greater later for you people. It's going to get greater later for the elect. Because we actually love, Lord willing, I'm on that precious number. I said it through faith. We actually love seeing the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. We love hearing about callbacks and these niggas having to shut down so many banks in different major amount of cities here in America. This many grocery stores is closing. This many gas stations is closing down. That brings joy to us because the economy is collapsing, man. So that means America soon is going to fall, you know. And when this place falls, the Lord is going to deliver us from this place. And then he's going to send the missiles, man. And completely destroy this place, man. You see? That's what we looking for. And all these things is a build up to that. You see? It says, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And Jake not interpreting that. Jake can't discern that. You can't discern that all these poetry plants burning down, the farmland not being, from the mega drought. You know, your chicks dying from the bird flu, and the bird flu even contaminated some of your cattle. You know, you just had 10 million pounds of meat recall for contamination of listeria contamination, man. But you can't discern a famine can potentially come out of that. You see? It's like we know you people gonna be taken, man. You know? And the Lord said all these are the beginning of sorrows. letting you know that things is going to intensify, man. Nothing is going to die down. You see, the evils that you are experiencing is going to become greater. You see, real quick. This is second Ezra's. Yeah, second Ezra's 14 and verse 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, and that stage is being set for those greater evils to increase, because now the Lord is taking the food away. You know, he's reducing the strength of America. When you go into the word perilous, it goes back to the reducing strength, and it ultimately leads you to times being hard to bear, man. You know, and that's going to ultimately open the door for evil to increase, because once the resources dry up, people is going to fall in the spirit of doing whatever the hell they can do to get those resources back, you know, to feed their family or even to feed themselves, man. And if it comes to them having to break in your house to do it to get your resources, they going to do that, man. It ain't no measurements that these people is not going to go in order to feel that sense of comfort and convenience back, man. You see, and that's going to cause evils to increase. But it says, for look how much the world should be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon those that dwell therein, man. Yeah, that's separation again. Those that dwell therein, the ones who were saying peace and safety, the ones who were saying it get greater later, you know, the ones who can discern the sky, the face of the earth, but you can't discern the signs of the times. It's going to get greater. The evils is going to grow greater on you, man. You see, because you wasn't aware or not even concerned with what the Lord was doing in the earth. You see, real quick. That's why the Lord tell you, Luke 21 and verse, see. Luke 21 and verse, verse 34 in the NLT. It says, watch out. Don't let your heart be dull with carousing. Don't let your hearts be dull by carousing and drunkenness and by the worries of this life. You know, everybody caught up in what the hell going on now. Pretty much everybody caught up in social media. You know, the Lord said don't let that get you caught up, man. You see, it says don't let that day catch you unawares, because while you so concerned about the season changing, you know, putting pumpkins everywhere and shit, you know, worrying about a Halloween party, all hell breaking loose, man. You know, a famine growing. The election around the corner. Ain't no telling what kind of evils can unfold from that. Clash wars, race wars, civil wars, militia groups, martial law, all sorts of things, man. You see? But yet a lot of people gonna get caught off guard because they mind, they spirits is caught up in the wrong shit, man. You know, it says like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. Yeah, when you least expect it. It says keep alert at all times. And ultimately, that's what the elect doing. We watching, man. You know, it ain't nothing that's happening that we not watching. And ultimately doing lessons on it. It says, and keep alert at all times and pray that ye may be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and to stand before the Son of Man, you see? And that's one thing that's going to cause you niggas to fall apart, because you're not strong, man. You're not praying to Yahweh Shema Shah for a strong spirit, a spirit to endure hard times, man. You know, everybody want an easy life. You know, everybody want the money. They want all the resources to have this easy life. But yet, hard times is coming to the earth. Times that's hard to bear, man. So you should pray that the Lord put a spirit on you to endure the things that's about to come to the earth, man. And to stand strong in the faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, rather than praying for some bullshit that'll accommodate your spirit here in America, man. You see? Because things is going to grow to a point where niggas going to be falling dead from heart attacks from seeing the things that's going to grow on the earth. And a lot of those men that's going to be falling dead from heart attacks is because they got a weak spirit, man. You read up the verse 26. It says men's hearts filling them for fear. Your heart feeling is a heart attack, man. It says, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, man. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Yeah, when you get to really seeing chariots, you know, apparitions and all sorts of evils unfolding, people's going to be dropping dead, man. these proudful ass old people, you know, they just think they can talk to you any kind of way because they got some age, man. Lord gonna fuck those people up, man. These heavily disrespectful, offensive people, Lord gonna fuck you people up, man. You know, and it's only a matter of time. You proudful people, you proudful women out there, you badass little children. You know, the Lord has events set to take you people out, man. You know, and even putting great fear on you people, man. It's gonna be events taking place, animal attacks, or you know, unwelcoming spirits popping up on you people. You know, your baby daddy then got released from jail. You know, he popped up on your front porch. You done had this man on child support. You know, he done had a hard life because of you. The Lord is for to shift this thing, man. All the convenience and safety, that stuff is going to be gone. You know, prophecy is going to cause a new reality to play out, an unusual reality to play out here in America, man. And that's why we tell you to repent and return to the Lord, man, because only the Lord can keep you safe. You see, it's going to get to a point where your plan B ain't going to fucking work, man. The Lord said none shall escape. Your plan B ain't going to, the bullets not going to work because stocking on arms, you know, stocking on ammo is a nigga plan B. You know, and that shit ain't going to work, man. You know, you're going to need your how about Shemal Shai at the end of the day. You know, just like the saying go, got this on deck of saying that Bruce Lee quoted. He said, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one, man. Because ultimately, that's what's coming. Difficult times is coming to the earth. And you're going to need the spirit to endure these difficult times real quick. This is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1 in the NLT. It says, you should know this, Timothy, that in the last days, there will be very difficult times, man. You see, and you go into and it really goes back into the word perilous because perilous goes into difficult times. You go into the word perilous, Strong's G5467. It says through the ideal of reducing the strength, and the Lord is reducing the strength of America. That's why people not food is skyrocketing. You know, you hearing of recessions and hyperinflations. You know, people not being able to make ends meet. That wasn't a thing back in 01. You know, 2004, even 2010, man. You was able to put your children through football, you know, pay all the bills, buy him or her whatever she needed, you know, and buy groceries. It was all good. You know, single parent household motherfucker was surviving back then, man. But now things is becoming hard to bear. You see, it says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, even dangerous, man. It's going to become very dangerous out here. And it's going to be the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai doing it. And he's showing you the signs in the earth to let you know these things is about to take place. So it's a high time to wake out of your sleep and repent and return unto him, man. You know, and just to show you a few articles, you know, it's all pretty much prophecy, man, that the Lord is moving in the earth. Earthquake rattles near Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri border near the Mississippi River, man. And that's those earthquakes in diverse places. You see, and you ultimately just had an earthquake hit right here in Turkey.
Developing news from Turkey, and a magnitude 5.9 earthquake has hit the east. The epicenter was recorded in the region of Malatya, that's near the East Anatolian fault line. There are no immediate reports of casualties. The tremor was also felt in Syria's Hasaka, Deir ez-Zor and Aleppo provinces. A correspondent.
You see that? There's those earthquakes in diverse places, man. Along with the earthquakes, you have national power grid collapse again. Those blackouts. You know, people not going to be able to call 911 and even call for help or even flip your light switch to bring you a little comfort. You know, 6 o'clock, it get dark. You know, people going to have to shut it down, man. 7 o'clock, you got to shut it down, man. People's going to be in fear. You know, man's heart's filling up for fear for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. You read Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, it takes you into how the Lord was persecuting the Egyptians when he sent forth darkness, man. You know, yeah, you read Exodus, I believe that's the 21st chapter. It speaks about how the Lord told Moses to stretch out his hand over Egypt, and the Lord sent darkness over Egypt. You know, and that same thing is going to happen again right here in America, man. None is going to die down. Things is going to intensify, and even fear. People is going to become very familiar with the spirit of fear, man. You know, the next article, it says the biggest supermoon of 2024 will rise this month and glow orange like a jack-o'-lantern, man. You see? And that's those signs in the stars and the moon and in the sun. Yeah, and upon the earth, the stress of nations. And that's with Luke 21 and 25, man. You know, and it goes into that spirit of perplexity, because people is going to be confused when the events that the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Shai warned them of start to really intensify and grow in the earth to the point where this is your daily concern now. Prophecy is going to be a daily concern for these people because they wasn't discerning the times properly, man. You see? But yeah, Akim, I pray that you was edified, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. Lord willing, to this video. Shalom.